Hi, I'm Ginille. I'm a cosmetic nurse practitioner. I've been injecting Botox fillers since 2013. I am here live to answer your questions about all beauty. I have 3 medical spas. 2 are in Los Angeles. 1 is in Las Vegas. So you can see our team at any of those offices. We specialize in treating all skin types, all skin tones, working on getting you natural, safe results, impactful where we can see the difference, but nothing ever overdone. Oops. I am going to, and please, if you have questions, feel free. You can always jump in and we can do consults. You can ask me your questions in the live. Otherwise, I can show some patient before and afters, and I set some of these up and we can just talk through them and talk about treatments we've done. Can show you some of the patients that we've seen in our office and treatments that we have. Oh, let's see if I can make this a little smaller. Okay. So this patient came into me, beautiful. We did a couple things here. We have done Botox to smooth out some of the lines on her forehead, if you can see there when she raises the brows, before and then a few weeks after. And we also did under eye filler. So she just felt like, I think she was after having baby. I forget this. I think this one was after having baby, just noticing volume loss underneath the eyes. And so we did some filler through here to make the under eyes look lifted, look refreshed. And you can see her before and after. Still looks like her. No one would know that she's done anything. That's always the point when we're doing it. We just want it to look like you, refreshed, never overdone. So this is when she came in for her second session. I like to see patients back after filler to reassess like 6 to 8 weeks later to see if we should add anything else or if we need to fine tune. I never want it overdone. So we do this in stages when we do it. And then her Botox, you can see she can still lift her brows. She can still make mad face, sad face, but those lines are softened out. So then the etched lines don't get stuck on the head. Okay, I will do some more pictures. And if you have any questions, please, how do I switch it back? If you have any questions as I'm going along, let me know. Give me one sec. If I can switch this out, I will. Effects and then photos. Okay, here we go. Here is, and I do Botox and filler all over the face. Here is a patient. I haven't talked a lot about noses, but I do a lot of nose filler in our office. So you can do nose filler to help camouflage a bump on the nose, lift the tip, make the appearance of the nose be a little thinner, minimize asymmetries. So this patient came in, she felt like when she smiled, you can see that their nose was kind of like curved downwards, and she wanted the tip of her nose to be lifted up. And so this is her immediately before and after. So at first it kind of is rounded down, and then after you can see her nose is swooped up. So that is what filler on the nose can look like. Yes, safe for all skin types, all skin tones. No, you don't have to do surgery to get surgical like results. Let me show you her from the front so you can see, because people are always like, well, what's it going to do from the front? From the front, it's going to look a little bit similar. However, it can create this highlight down the center so that it looks more contoured, more defined. It can look a little thinner. You can see immediately before and after. A lot of patients will tell me, they're like, oh, it looks like I did like a highlighter or I contoured my nose, or I don't have to do my makeup so much to try to create that definition after filler. Really what I do is a lot of like balancing lights and shadows and how light hits off the face. So if you see before versus after, when I raised up the bridge of her nose, light reflects off the nose a little bit higher. Also, the tip of her nose is now more projected upwards. And you saw her before and after. Let me see if I can put those photos up. You saw her before and after from the side profile. So when I do stuff, I want it to look good from all the sides, front, back, just everywhere. We're not only looking from the front view, you know, the world sees you from all the different sides. So when we're doing your injections, any of your treatments, we want to make sure everything looks fresh. If you have questions, please let me know. I'll be Okay, someone said, can you talk about the fastest way of try to get rid of post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation? So, hey, Jess, so to post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, primarily we want to figure out what the trigger is for that, and we can try to stop the trigger. So if that is acne, you have a breakout, and then that caused you to have a dark mark, is that what it is? We want to try to solve the acne first, so then you don't get the dark spots on the skin. if you're not, if it's like old marks and you just now have the pigment from remaining, biggest thing that you can do at home and about your day is use sunscreen. I have so many sunscreens always laying around me, and I apply all the time and do your face, your neck, your chest. I love this one. This is our brand here, JASI. This is a tinted one. I also have a non-tinted one. I just have sunscreens all the time. You see sunscreen marks from my kids and my car touching my seats because I make them wear sunscreen as well. But that's going to be the biggest thing. Protect the skin. If you're getting sun on top of, like, you know, an inflamed mark, you're going to make it darker. So first and foremost, protect the skin. Minimize the triggers, use sunscreen. At home, you can also use retinoid. That's going to help with fine lines, pores, skin texture, dark spots. And then you can do skin treatments in the office as well. I think the chemical peel that we offer, BioRePeel, works really well on all skin types and tones. I see a lot of women of color in our office. It works well. There's no downtime with it. It works great for acne, dark spots, gives a really pretty glow. I have been doing that consistently, like every 2 to 3 weeks for the past few months. You guys know I love Aerolase laser as well. But that peel gives like such a pretty glow. I don't like the drama of like shedding peels. Like, that's just me personally. I don't want to peel like that. So this one, very minimal flaking, if any, but really your skin glows, and I get a lot of compliments on my skin with the peel. So that's what I would do. BioRePeel after we try to minimize. Someone's trying to call me. If it's acne, if it's, we want to minimize that, avoid the sun, use your sunscreen, use your retinoid, and then you can do in-office treatments. You're welcome, Jess. Okay. What are the likely chances of getting filler migration? My biggest fear is having pillow face. Hey, Peach, I'm trying to see your picture. Oh, you're so beautiful. Okay. Getting filler migration, filler face, puffy face, you should not be having that. If you're doing stuff, go slow. Find somebody who injects people that look like you, and you can see several before and afters. Look at their work. These are just some ones I screenshotted real quick that I could find in an album just to show different things. But if you look at our pictures, our reviews, our patient videos, like, we have hundreds of patient before and after photos. I've tried to show everybody, all skin types, all skin tones, because I treat faces. Like, this is what I do. This is what I specialize in a non-surgical way. I'm not trying to be braggy at all, but I'm like, this is what I do. And you want to find somebody who treats people that look like you and can show you several before and afters when you're getting your face done. I'm like, do it right the first time. Don't go to the cheapest person. Just go to the person that's doing it right, and it's going to get your result. And that's the biggest thing. Don't rush your treatments when you're doing them. So we don't want to do too much too fast. Make sure, I mean, the patient doesn't always know, but you got to go to a provider that, again, treats people that look like you, because we want to use the right product in the right face, the right amounts. I think don't rush it is the biggest one. Understand that there's limitations with these skin treatments. So I tell people, you know, if somebody's like, Ginille, come and give me this cat eye, or I want my like super back, I'm not going to be like, yeah, I can do that. I will say, hey, there's limits. Or if they say, Ginille, I want my smile lines all the way gone, I'm not going to say that I can do that. I'm like, I could, but that's going to look overdone and puffy. So I will tell patients, like, hey, this is what we want to do. We want to make sure it looks like you and fresh and not overdone. I would not advise to do that. Here's how we can approach it. Here's some pictures that remind me of your face and what we did. Do you like the way this looks? Does this resonate with you? Okay, this is how we can proceed with that treatment plan. So understanding limitations, really do your research on your provider. Don't rush it, and make sure they're using the right product, the right spot. And then you gotta really think about the whole face. We're not just spot treating here. You know, people just want to treat the smile lines. I'm like, it's not just the smile lines that are aging. Like, it's not just this that got deeper. Did we lose volume through the mid face, through the temples? We want to think about the whole face. I spoke to a patient today. She actually said, she saw me on live. I didn't know. She was telling me these treatments she was doing at these places. And I was like, why didn't you just message me? Like, I would have told you, don't do that. And she's like, I didn't know. She's like, you came up on my live. And she's like, and you were talking about seeing somebody that treats people that look like you. And she's like, I hadn't been doing that. Because like she was getting treatments and it just kind of looked pieced together. So she's like, oh, they did a little of my cheeks, but then her real concern were her under eyes being hollow. And she's like, they did a little of my chin, but they just did it here. And then like all this spot was like really sunken it looked disjointed. Like it looks like she's done something and was kind of pieced together. And she said, she's like, I feel that way. She's like, I thought she was gonna like blend it through, but she didn't. I was like, yeah, no, we can't leave you like with just spots of your face treated. That's when it looks weird. So consider the full face. Don't rush it. Find someone that treats people that looks like you. Read reviews. Those are my things. Sorry, somebody. Hey, Shaya, let's talk. And then how many of syringes to achieve these results? Let me know which picture you're thinking about, Kayla, and then I will tell you. If you guys want to jump on, people will jump on and just ask me their questions. We can go through questions, goals, like tips on what to expect, how to prep for treatments. We can do like little mini consults here. I do virtual consults, or my team does virtual consults, and I do in-person consults with the patients. I want you, before you even come in, I want to go through questions, goals, tips on what to expect, how to prep for treatments, talk through all the things, just so you can come in and be like the best prepared for your appointment. Okay, aren't these results temporary, 1 to 2 years? So for your filler, I do say about 1 to 2 years come in for maintenance. That doesn't always mean that we have to do something at that point. So sometimes I have patients come in, they're like, Ginille, you said come in, it's 2 years, and whatever we're looking at, their under eyes or their nose. And I'm like, your eyes still look really great, or your nose is still completely straight. Like, what do you see? What do you want? And they're like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, do you see any change? They're like, no, it's still holding. I'm like, great. We don't want to do things unnecessarily. So yes, these are temporary. These are non-surgical treatments. They can last a long time. I say 1 to 2 years to be conservative. Most people will get longer when we approach it with not overdoing it, doing it in stages. But yeah, you can do more if you want. We don't have to do more. Biggest thing is don't rush it, and yeah, maintain as needed. Okay, let me, or if you wanted, how many syringes of filler? Oh, Kayla, I'm so sorry. Can you tell me what the person looked like? She said jawline and chin contouring. How many syringes? Oh, hey, Amy, miss you. You came and saw Ashley, and I love Ashley. She's one of our nurses in our office, and she's awesome. Amy, I love you. I need to have your pictures on here. I need to, and thank you for coming. We love seeing you. Okay, Kayla, jawline and chin contouring. Depends on like how set back somebody's, let me think, I think I had somebody's chin. I had some chin and jawlines here. Here's a chin and jawline. Here's a chin. Here's a chin. Here's a chin. So usually this like lower face complex, when we do chin, we're not just looking at here, because it's going to look like the patient today. I said, oh, they did filler here, but not all this spot. Like we got to blend it through. I would say about, depends on how set back someone's chin is. If their chin is more set back, it will take more. 2 to 3 syringes into this area. A lot of times I start doing just the chin without even having to do the jawline, and you can see like just doing her chin made the whole entire jawline look better. She had done 3 syringes in this lower face complex in this chin area. So yeah, we did, we did multiple. I did her chin, and then we did, so again, chin, we call this marionette line. So those little shadows at the corners of the mouth, pre-jowl sulcus. So like connecting the chin to the jawline. I think we did between like 2 to 3 on her as well. We've done this over sessions. So we're trying to camouflage the jowls, soften the corners of the mouth, elongate her jawline. Her picture from the side is really good. I just don't think I pulled it up on my phone. I think she had done 2 syringes into her chin, so from the side profile to bring forward the chin. And you can see this is not immediate after she came. This is like 6 to 8 weeks later when it was settled. But like her jawline looks better, and I didn't even inject back here. I just did it her chin. So 2 to 3 syringes for this lower face like this area without going into the chin. And the syringes are $975. So just around 2 to 3,000. This is a lady that I did do her jawline. So I did some into her chin and along her jawline. And she had done more because we were trying to build this up. And so this might have been like closer to 4 to 5. Breaking up over sessions. So do some, let it settle. You can bruise, you can swell. I want to reassess later. We can always do more later if we want to make things more defined. We just don't want it overdone. And you can see really pretty. I had some more chin and jaw lines I just didn't pull up. I mean, when I was just trying to snap these photos before I jumped on. For guys, if they want it really defined, more angled, boys, like they can get away with going a little exaggerated on the on the chin and the jawline if they want it to look more masculine, more squared out. For women, most of them don't want to be super bulky on their lower face, or it can look boxy. And so that is another reason I'm like, go slow. We don't want to overdone. I need you to look good from all the angles, not just the side angle. I need the front angle. I need all the angles to look nice. So guys might take more, depending again, how set back their chin is, how defined or how wide they want to look from the front. So yeah, here's something more dramatic. Okay, let me get these messages. I am sorry. For guys, how many mils do you usually use for it to look wider from the front? So guys, along here is where I will do the, like at the angle of the jaw to like square this out, minimum of like 1.5 per side. And then a lot of times what I do will also like square out their chin. So more masculine jaw, I will like create the highlight here and here, here and here. But it just depends. I have some people that are like, I'm transitioning. I'm going from male to female. Like we can change chin shape. Like we can really, or some people are like, I want my chin to be square. Or I want my chin to be more V shape or heart shape or whatever, or more round. You can really customize it based on the patient, like in their goal. But yeah, so usually I would say for Benny or for Ben, for just the angle here, think like between 2 to 3 syringes, and then your chin, depending on how set back. If we're just trying to square it off, 1. If we're trying to like really bring it forward, you're going to be doing closer to 2. Amy, I love you. She said, Ginille and her team are so good, y'all. They don't sell you and they give you what you want. Go. I appreciate you, Amy, and I love you. I have her photos. I just have a lot of patient photos on my phone, and I just try to snap some and jump on here. She came in and we had done under eyes, mid face, smile lines. She had lost some weight. She shared like her videos, her photos. We did Botox and beautiful photos. And then we had that conversation at one point. She's like, should we do more smile lines? And I was like, Amy, I think we shouldn't. I want to have a little bit of smile lines so it doesn't look puffy and like blown out on the face. And so I will always be real, and like, I don't want it to look overdone. I want you to look fresh. I want you to look like you. Okay, let me see what type of filler do you use? For Heidi, I use a lot of different fillers that are FDA approved in the United States. So I'm Ginille. I'm a cosmetic nurse practitioner. I've been injecting Botox and fillers since 2013, so almost 13 years here. I went to Stanford. I went to Duke. I've got 3 medical spas. 2 are in LA. 1 is in Las Vegas. I will do different fillers. Everything I do has got to be approved in the United States. We use Radiesse, we use Voluma, we use Restylane Lift. Like I use different ones depending on the patient, who I'm treating, what their skin looks like, what their goal is, what part of the face I'm treating. So a black girl that has more fat in their face, you need to use a thicker, more like structured product. For the white girl that doesn't have much fat in her face, I can use something a little bit softer and give her nice soft contours. So it really depends on the person, the face, their goals. So I got to like look at you, and I ask a lot of questions when a person comes in or when they consult, because I'm like, I just need to make sure that whatever we're doing is going to fit with you and your lifestyle and your goals and all the things. So it's me asking a bunch of questions before I can give my full recommendation on what I think you should do. Okay. As a woman, do you cut off women who are disrespectful, rude, and lower your mood and confidence? Lala, honestly, I will be so real. First of all, I pray all day. I'm like praying, like, God, send me the patients I'm supposed to serve and treat, and like, that's it. And we really see amazing people in our office. Like, I feel like maybe what we put out, we get, and what I pray about. So we see good people. Even today, like we had a bunch of new patients, and you never know a new patient. Like, oh, are they going to be crazy? They're going to be nice. No, our patients, it was just so uplifting. Like I leave seeing patients and feel really uplifted, not drained. Like I feel like, oh, that was great. Like I could see patients all day. Like I love seeing patients. It's the other stuff of like, oh, I got to make videos. Like that is a lot. Edit the videos and all that part. All the business side of it, that part is a lot. But seeing the patients, doing the injections, like having the patient interactions is my favorite part. Thank you so much, Glow Up. But no, like if there was somebody that was like not kind to our staff, it's not worth our energy. It's not worth the time. I would just be like, hey, I don't know if we're like going to be the best fit. And that's just it. Like, but the people that come to us, they've done their research. They're not just, they're not like randomly just choosing us and walking in off the street, like, because I kind of make it like a little difficult to like get an appointment. I want you to virtual consult first. I don't want to just see any and everyone. Like, I want you to understand, what are we going for? Like, you're not trying to look overdone. Like, they already see our patient before and afters. They know it looks natural. They're not trying to have something that we wouldn't do. Yeah, we see really good people. So I'm just grateful. And I feel like every time I'm on live, I have somebody jump in that's a patient and it's like, I've seen Ginille or I've seen her team. And I appreciate that. Like, I'm not telling them to do this, but I love them and appreciate like them sharing, and all of our patients sharing their before and after photos. Cause I'm like, nobody would know you got your nose done. Nobody would know this unless you showed the picture before and after. Like, this is what natural aesthetics can look like. And if it weren't for our patients sharing, people wouldn't see. Like, if you just saw this girl walking on the street, you wouldn't think she did under eye filler and Botox. That's the point. Like, we just don't want it to look tired. Like, we just want it to look like you and fresh, not a whole nother face. That is the point when we're doing these treatments. Okay. Kayla, I don't have a jawline. My chin is weak. Girl, mine too. But I did a bunch of filler in it. I've done the all natural filler in it as well. I think I showed you a lot of before and afters of chin and jawline filler today. I would like to know which location I can book with you at. I see patients in all the offices. So I'm in National in Los Angeles. I'm in Torrance in Los Angeles. I go to Vegas. I see patients at all of them. I also work alongside amazing providers that have trained with me for years, and I really love and like trust these girls with my face, with the patients' faces. Like, I take this as a big responsibility. I'm not just hiring any willy-nilly person. Like, these girls are really good, and you can see, you know, people are on here like, I see Ashley, I see Daisy, I see Claire. Like, their team is great. They're very skilled. But I go to all the offices. So to schedule, I tell patients, like, you can message the number, call or text the number on the top of my page. You can set up a virtual consult directly there. They will help you. We send a bunch of information. We want you to review before you talk, and then after. We send you the pricing. We send you what to expect, how to prep. We send you before and afters. Like, we go through it. I'm like, hey, you send me pictures of your skincare and what you're doing. Send me pictures of what you looked like before filler, or a photo of you when you felt the most beautiful. So it's very like a thoughtful process. It's not just, oh, you came in and let's just do Botox because you have wrinkles. That's not it. Like, I gotta ask. If somebody just came in and said they want Botox, I still have like 30 questions I have to ask them before I do Botox. Like, okay, you want Botox? What areas are you thinking? Tell me about your lifestyle. Tell me about your goal. Oh, you teach. Okay. Oh, you act. Oh, you're a comedian. Oh, you're a therapist. So you probably want to like have some lines on your face to show some emotion. Oh, you're a sex worker, so you might want to be completely frozen. Like, we go through all of that. Oh, you're getting ready for your wedding. When is your wedding? How much time do I have before that? Oh, do you feel like your brows sit low naturally? Like, I'm asking a lot so I can really dial in and tune the treatment plan to you and your face and your goals and what's going on. Okay, do we need to set up a consultation with you first for glow up? I really like to do virtual consults with patients. You don't have to. Some people are like, you know, I've watched all your videos. I'm just coming in. I know I want to do X, Y, and Z treatment. We still will send you a bunch of information beforehand just so that you can like review. We want to make sure it's good timing for you. Hey, you could bruise, you could swell. Is this okay for you? Do you have events going on? We don't want you to come in and you have some major event going on. We want to make sure, oh, you're going to go fly right now. That's going to make you swell more. So that is why I'll do the virtuals, and we can start building out your treatment plan. In person, we'll continue to develop it. Okay, let me see if I can. Let me see. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss the questions. Look, I mean, these girls are so freaking beautiful. I'm like, and also people are like, oh, she didn't need it. I'm like, I know she didn't need it. They're so freaking beautiful. Like, none of us need any of it, period. I tell people, I'm like, you don't need it. Like, we don't need it. You know. Now, does it make them feel more fresh? Yeah, if that's what they want to do, because they don't want to feel like they look tired and have, you know, sunken under eyes. Yeah. Is anybody probably looking at this girl thinking she looks tired? Probably not. They're probably not thinking that about her. They're probably thinking about their own face. But, you know, does she feel more secure in herself, more confident that she can go and face the world and doesn't feel like she has to put concealer on? That's the goal. Like, this is all for the patient. But I tell people all the time, like, yeah, we don't need it. I get it. I don't need it, but I love it. I feel so much better having not looking sunken under my eyes or in my temples, or not making the frown faces at people, you know, all of those things. Didn't anybody think about this girl's bump on her nose? Probably not. Nobody was thinking about that. But after, she was just like, hey, I want the tip of my nose up a little bit. I want it to be a little bit straighter. Cool. Like, that's for her. It's really a personal thing. It's not for anyone else. Okay, let me see. And yeah, it looks like so. Do I use Sculptra? MJM, yes, we use Sculptra in our office. Sculptra is a collagen stimulator. Wherever we place it, I tell people, think about it as it's like a fertilizer to make new collagen over time. Can take multiple vials, multiple sessions, but that's a good treatment. Can I talk about the different types of laser and what each is best for? Oh, there's a lot of lasers. Tell me your skin concerns, and then maybe I can help you narrow it down. In our office, the laser that we use day in and day out, we have different skin treatments we offer. The laser that I really use and love and stand behind is Aerolase. So safe for all skin types and skin tones. I've been showing you guys, we see everybody in our office. I see black, white, brown, Asian, Latin. I see all the peoples, all the days, every day. And I need to be able to have something that's going to be safe for brown girls, because there's not a lot of lasers that are safe for black and brown skin. I am Filipino and black. And so, I'll keep going back to these. Aerolase, no downtime, which I really like. You can stack it with other treatments if you're trying to be more aggressive. Really great for acne, fine lines, pores, skin texture, collagen stimulation, just overall like a pretty glow to the skin. So I feel like you see something with one treatment, about 3 months in, people are like, whoa, my skin just looks like dewier, healthier. I'm not breaking out. It's not as red. The brown spots are lessened. And the more they continue, like the more their skin just glows. So I really like the Aerolase laser. I love the BioRePeel chemical peel. Again, safe for all skin types and tones. Anything we do in our office is going to be safe for black and brown skin. No downtime with it. If you want to peel, if you want it more aggressive, we can start stacking it with other treatments to make it peel and shed. So I like that. We can adjust it based on your goals. But this one doesn't have shedding, peeling, and you can get back to life really quick. A lot of people don't want to be looking beat up. So there's different ones. Now, I don't have like a strong CO2 resurfacing laser. If I'm like afraid to put it on myself, I'm afraid to put it on black and brown skin. And there's some that they say are safe for black girls. I'm just like, I need to see multiple before and afters, multiple times over before I'm going to test it. Like on myself, on people that I love, I'm like, I really need to see all the skin tones. I'm going to see all the skin colors, and I can't just do it on one mixed girl. I'm like, I need to see it multiple times on every skin type. And if it's not, like, I just don't want to offer something that I can't offer to all the girls, because I see women of color in my office every day, like every day. And I don't want to be like, no, that's not for you. That's not cool. Okay. I wish I was in New York City. Belle, I know, I see a lot of people from New York. And yeah, I do, from New York. Every time I'm in clinic, I have somebody flying in from outside of LA, guys. Okay. Under eye filler sounds like treacherous road. I don't know. Tell me more what you're thinking about that. Under eye filler. I do a lot of under eye filler on people. You want to be the right patient. I mean, here's under eyes. So if you're getting under eye filler, I tell people that you can't get really puffy under your eyes. You don't want to swell a lot, cry a lot, have bad allergies. Anybody that retains a lot of water underneath their eyes, not a candidate for under eye filler, because filler binds water. So that's when you can do the all natural filler. That one, we draw blood from your arm, we spin it in the centrifuge, separate out your growth factors, your stem cells, heat it and make a gel. We place it under wherever, you can place it anywhere in the face, but under the eyes, wherever you place it, it's going to make new collagen. So if you don't want filler, if you're not a candidate for filler, you can do the natural one made from your blood, which a lot of my patients have gone to. And I like it. I've been doing it for the past couple of years because I'm breastfeeding. And at first I was like, I don't see a change, but it got better. It gets better over time. And so just know that it's for new collagen. Okay, let me see if there are other questions. And other than that, if there's not questions, I will talk through. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I will talk through before and after. So this patient came in under eyes. She just felt like she looked tired. She wanted to hide the eye bags. So when we do filler underneath the eyes, do it in 2 sessions. Do some, let it settle. Reassess in 6 to 8 weeks. We can always do more later if we want. I cannot get rid of the eye fat pad underneath the eyes, and we all have fat pads underneath our eyes. Some people's like are more protruding than others, so they show a little bit more. So I'm like, if you want that fat pad gone, surgery is a way to get rid of the fat pad, or they can tighten it. And I don't do surgery, but I'm like, I can hide it. And this, I should have snapped. I have a lot of before and afters of under eye bags and like more hollow. Like I can hide it, but I can't get it all the way gone. And so you can see when we minimize, like when we lift that skin underneath the bag, it just looks brighter on her. She also did Botox. You can see the little bumps like in between her frown lines. Botox to like soften the frown, forehead line. So we did that day. Botox bumps will last for like 15 minutes and then they go down. Takes a few days for your Botox to kick in. 2 weeks for the full effect of your Botox. Okay, let me talk through some more patients that we haven't gone through. So we talked through one nose. We talked through, I kind of like have hit through a bunch of them as I've been going. So she came in for jawline. She just felt like she needed more definition along the jawline to separate like her face to her neck. And so I will start at the chin. Her chin position was already pretty good. Her chin is not like super set back, but what we really did was build up here along this jawbone, and you can see her before and after. She came back 6 weeks later and just looks, yeah, like more contoured. And she's like, I feel more just not like, I just feel better taking pictures from the side. Here is another patient that came in and she wanted to balance her upper and lower face features. So if you look, most of her like highlight is in the upper face, you know, fuller cheeks, fuller nose, fuller lips, and then the chin is set back. And so what we did was fill her into her chin, into this area at the corners of her mouth, and then the area here to connect the chin to the jawline. You can see from her side profile, the chin is brought forward. This is immediately after. Could be a little swollen, bruised, swollen. It'll settle. It swells, you know, first few days is the worst of it. 2 to 3 weeks, that settles. And then 6 to 8 weeks where you won't like feel the product. But yeah, I mean, it looks like her jawline is more defined because we brought forward her chin. I feel like her lips look fuller. We didn't even do her lips, but it helps to highlight and showcase, it just balance the lower face to the upper face. Okay, let me see if there was, I've been looking for a local go-to person for Botox. Hey, Daniela. Yes, so we're in Los Angeles, and in Los Angeles, we're in Mar Vista, Torrance, and then in Las Vegas, we are on the Summerlin side. Be Vivid. I tried Botox the first time back in July. I hated the tightness, but I love the results. So maybe what you could do, Be Vivid, is do a little bit less. Like, I don't know your dose. I don't know the areas you treated. And it could just be like you were getting used to that sensation. Maybe after you got used to it, it didn't bother you so much. I'm not for sure. But if you're like, oh, I just felt like this was too tight the whole time, I would say talk to your provider and see about doing a little bit less. You could also try Xeomin. So there's different types of Botox brands available in the market. Xeomin is a brand that I hear a lot of patients tell me they don't feel it as much. Whereas Botox, some people will say like it feels more frozen. Some people want to have that frozen feel, others don't. So Xeomin is one where they tell me like it feels a little bit lighter. I feel like it doesn't feel heavy. Yeah, so maybe you can try that. Is half syringe of cheek filler enough? Forgotten Girl had said that. It just depends on your face and where you're noticing the volume loss and how much it is and how deep your bone is, how much fat you have in your face, and then what product it is. So I just said a bunch of stuff. So I don't know. If it's just like a little pop, like you're just like, oh, this little drop, maybe half is fine, and your bone is not deep, maybe just a little bit is enough. If you've got like more fullness, more fat in your face, and then you see this deep line, half is probably not going to do a ton. And your bone is really deep, half is probably not going to do a lot. But maybe with the right product, you could. Radiesse is a thicker product that I will use when I'm really trying to get more definition, more like contour structure. But it depends on the face. It depends on the face. So I don't know 100%. Forgotten Girl. You're not forgotten. You are loved. Okay, let me see. This patient came in. This is just her side profile, and she did her under eyes. She did a little pop in her cheeks. She wanted her nose tip to go upwards. She wanted more fullness in her upper lip to match the lower lip ratio, and then wanted to enhance her jawline. So we did some filler into her chin to bring forward the jawline. Oh, maybe I should turn my car off. Nose, we can do different things. Some people want to like swooped up, like I want the Tinkerbell tip. Some people want it straight. Some people want to keep a little bit of their bump, but they don't want it so bumpy. So it can be so customized to you, your goals, what's going on. You can see the results right then and there. And then I say, okay, you could be bruised, you could be swollen, let it settle. Come back in 6 to 8 weeks. Let me look at it again. Let me fine tune if we want. So I do under eyes and nose always in 2 sessions. Okay. Oh, my team is texting me. I should probably check that. Okay. Another patient came in. So beautiful. This one's a little harder to see. I'm going to try to zoom it in. Oh, that's zooming me in. Okay. She came in before her wedding. Don't come in 2 weeks before your wedding. Come in multiple months before your wedding. She'd never done anything, but she's like, look at these lines on my forehead. I need to do something. And she'd never done Botox. She's like, I just want to soften them. I don't want them to be so deep. And so we did some Botox. Here she is before and after. Also got her started on a retinoid and some sunscreen to help with some of the dark spots. And yeah, it looks like, you know, we did soften around the eyes, her frown, and her forehead lines. I feel like the forehead, you can really see they're not like as etched in. And then around the eyes, she still has some lines. I'll tell people, you know, I think it looks natural and nice to have like a little bit of lines when you smile. Some people tell me, Ginille, shut up. I don't want any lines. So you can tell me what your goal is and I will adjust accordingly. You know, but we wanted to keep a little bit of smile lines around her eyes. And yeah, we just softened them. She still had them. I think that looks really natural and pretty for her wedding. I was like, you don't want to have no smile. That'll look weird. But yeah, she looks cute and fresh, and that's the goal. Okay. Can Botox help with double chin? So I need to see a picture of you. I know I never give people a straight answer. I'm like, I need to see. So if it is double chin, let me see some pictures. Some people will feel like they have a double chin and it's really that their chin is short, like set back. And so we do filler, we elongate the jawline, it camouflages fullness underneath it. If it's like your chin is in pretty position and you can even see her, like it looks like less double chin because we brought forward her jawline with the chin filler. I'm trying to look at these other ones. Same, like more definition along the jawline. So these are with filler, but you can do Botox into, and I just didn't pull any photos up on my phone, but you can do Botox into the neck band. So can you see me making that face? These here, platysmal bands, and along this neck muscle, and it will tighten. I should do some because I see it. It'll tighten your neck. It gives more of a swan neck appearance. And when I do it on patients, they will tell me like, oh, I feel like the fullness underneath my chin is not as apparent. But it's hard for me to say 100% without seeing you. If it's only fat, it's not the neck muscle, it's not the chin position, you know, then you want to think about non-surgically is Kybella to permanently dissolve fat, or you can do liposuction. So Botox might do a little bit, but I still got more questions. Also, you guys can always text me your photos. If you're like, what is it? Like, what should I do? You can text it to me. I can give you a little recommendation, but we can really talk if we do a consult. Okay, let me see if there's other ones that I have missed. If you think of, best cheek filler to use, forgotten girl. You're not forgotten. We love you. If you are your best cheek filler, it depends on, remember, how much fat in your face, how deep your bone is, how thick your skin is, what you're trying to do. You're trying to be really contoured, like more, you know, you want really highlight, or you just want something softer. Cheek fillers I use very commonly on like women of color or Radiesse. If I don't want like so much structure, if they don't have as much fat in their face, I will go something a little softer like Voluma or Restylane Lift. But those are all great products. I just want to do it in the right patient, the right area, the right concern. Like I gotta go through all those questions. Okay. What do you recognize on passable trans women to look more feminine? So to look more feminine, so here's the things. What do I recommend? Okay, so usually a guy will have more of a square chin, so more like width here, squared out here. And so if we're trying to look more feminine, I'm going to try to change some of the shaping of the chin to be like a little bit more heart shape. Cheeks, a little bit more highlight up in like heart shape up here. Not as much width on their jaw. So when guys want to look masculine, I'm trying to square them out. I'm trying to make them wide here. I'm trying to make this square here angular. So women that like they're not trying to look masculine, I'm trying to slim this a little bit so it can look a little bit more heart shape. Brow position, I would do like a little bit of Botox to lift the tail into the brow. It's not crazy lift, but like just gives like a little bit more opening. Whereas boys tend to want more like of a lower brow, not an arched brow. A little bit more fullness in their lips. The nose, we can look at, you know, I have girls will tell me they want the up nose or they just want it straight. You can do whatever. But those are some of the recommendations. And yes, I've worked with women trans like that are trying to look more masculine. I've had men trying to look more feminine. I've had people that are like, I don't know, I just want to look, I don't know. They're kind of, I'm like, okay, if you don't know, like, I'm going to follow your features. I'm not going to try to change it too much. And then you can tell me later if you want to look more feminine or masculine. If you decide on something, we can switch it up. Located, I have 2 medical spas in Los Angeles. One is in Mar Vista, one is in Torrance, and then one in Las Vegas. And I see patients out of all of them. Yeah, I like multiple times a month. Like I just see my patients. These are my practices. I have whole team members. We treat all skin types, all skin tones. We treat everybody. And so I have shown, I don't know, we have just different people on now. So I'll just kind of click through, like some patient before and afters. Oh, I don't think I've gone through this one yet. So this patient felt like her face looked more wide and she was coming in with TMJ symptoms really bad. So clenching, headaches, teeth grinding, jaw pain. And she's like, my face is looking square. It looks like I'm holding, what is she saying? Like acorns or something in my cheeks. And so we did Botox here. I said, hey, this can slim your lower face when we're not overusing this masseter muscle. And so you can see her, this is like 2 sessions in, so probably 6 months after. And it's like gradually has slimmed her face when we're not overusing this masseter muscle. So Botox is really great for TMJ. You can do it for slimming. You know, sometimes people want to look more slim on their face, and that was Botox. I have this problem. Does filler migrate? Okay, filler is not, okay. Filler migration. When people get on here and talk about that, I'm like, oh, they just say filler's migrating. I'm like, tell me more of your story because I don't believe it. I have filler all over my face. I've been treating people since 2013. I'm not dissolving filler migration. Honestly, if they're saying something is filler migrated, it's overfilled. They just did too much. They did too much, or probably the wrong product, or they weren't the right candidate for it. So usually when people talk about filler migration, they're saying their lips. You see them, they're puffy above the border. It's like these patients that are trying to do too much and they can't fit in the pink part and they keep trying to shove it and make the pink part bigger and it's not. So it's not migrated. It's just going where there's space. And it's like the injector keeps trying to do it. And I'm like, just stop. Like, know that there's limitations with these treatments. So that is lip filler and they're doing it too fast. So I'll hear people say, my provider did it. And then she let me come back and do it in 2 more weeks, or she let me come in 3 more weeks and 4 more weeks. I'm like, that's too fast. Like this it hasn't settled. So you're just adding and adding and adding and trying to stretch and it's not stretching and there's space there. They will also say it like under eyes. Under eyes is a trickier area to treat, guys. Like you want to see somebody that's doing it a lot. And I've been showing you pictures. I'll show more. But the under eyes, they're probably not the right candidate. So anybody that gets puffy, cries a lot, swells underneath their eyes, got bad allergies, not candidates for under eye filler. And so they end up getting filler underneath their eyes. Maybe their provider didn't do a thorough assessment, or maybe the person just was like, do it. And then they retain water, so then it looks puffy. And then they call it migration. I'm like, no, I don't really think that's migration. I think it's just overdone, overfilled. So that's my biggest thing. Crazy. I love a wider face. I had an oval face and I got fan transfer to fill it out. Yeah, everyone, that's what I'm saying. Every face, and if you look at my patients, I like try to keep them looking like them. Like every face is going, and everyone is going to have their own aesthetic preferences. some people, if I have some people that like their face is really more thin and they want it wider. So everyone is a little different, like on what they want. But I'm also like, again, guys, we don't need it. Like, you're beautiful the way you are. Okay, let me, and then 444, he said, you have this problem. I think you were talking about TMJ symptoms. So remember Botox for TMJ. If you clenching, headaches, teeth grinding, jaw pain right here or right here, those are from your masseters or temporalis muscles being overused. And so Botox will relax the muscles from flexing so hard, so forcefully, or constantly being tight, and then they get relief from their symptoms. Have I ever done a half syringe of cheek filler on someone? Yes. Yeah, right patient. Remember I told you, right patient, right product, how deep their bone is, how much fat is in their face. Like, I will tell you, if I'm saying to you, like, hey, I think to get the result, you should do 2 syringes. If you do a half, I'd be like, dude, I would be like, save your money, because you don't want to put it in there and not see the change. If it's too little, that might not be worth it to you. You're gonna be like, I did filler and I didn't see anything. But if it's an appropriate amount, yeah, that works. We just want to make sure that we're, realistic on it. Okay, are Easy Gel results reversible or permanent? So Easy Gel, this is the one made completely from your own blood. Wherever you place it, it'll make new collagen. When you're making new collagen, I mean, you're eventually going to break it down, but like the whole point of this, it's not like an instant fill. The way, filler will give us our instant fill, is to make new collagen. New collagen can last for years, but new collagen is not permanent. So we will keep aging and keep losing collagen. When we lose collagen, that's where people will notice, like here, my under eyes and my cheeks look a little bit, I have this line, my smile lines look deeper, the corners of my mouth look deeper, my chin is sitting back, my temples are looking more hollow. My skin is just not as elastic and bouncy. So that's what happens when we lose collagen. So not permanent forever, but you are getting new collagen. Yeah, helps. Okay, let me see if I missed anything. Best solution these days for bad smile lines. Hey girl. Okay, smile lines. The goal is not to get them all the way gone. If you try to get them all the way gone, you don't want your face to look puffy, you can do a few things. You can do filler to give you an immediate softening of the lines. And you go in there, place filler, it will soften. There's different types that we can use depending on the patient, how thick your skin is. The thicker the skin, I need to use a thicker product. If I use a soft product, you're like, I don't see a change. That's not worth it. So we want to make sure you're seeing somebody that treats people, that looks like you, that understands your skin, all those things. So you can use filler, give you immediate softening. You can do the natural filler that we're talking about. We draw your blood, we spin it down, take out the growth factors, the stem cells, heat it and make a gel. Wherever we place it, it's going to make new collagen over time. So that one's completely natural. For anybody that's not a candidate for filler or doesn't want filler, or they just want that collagen stimulation, you can go that route. It can take a little bit longer to see the results because we're waiting for your body to make new collagen. New collagen happens over time. It can take up to 6 months for the full effect. So you can do that, or you can do an injectable collagen stimulator like Sculptra or dilute Radiesse. So maybe give you a little bit of lift, but really the goal is new collagen with that. So just soften it. And then another thing with smile lines, I will say, we don't want to, I tell patients when we do smile lines, it's not just here. We want to make sure we're considering where are we losing volume. Are you losing volume through your mid face? Like we might hit these other areas that or the corners of the mouth. You don't want to soften this, and then these are deep. So it's just like, consider the full face. Not saying you have to treat your full face, but really make sure you and your provider are looking at your full face and not just chasing the line. You just chase the line and everything is saggy, it's going to look weird to have a soft line and then saggy cheeks. It will look like you've done something because we can't identify what is wrong, but we know that face looks off. Like we're like, that looks weird. Why? Okay, let me see. I got 1 vial of hyper-dilute Radiesse. It's been 6 weeks. Barely notice any firmness. Do I need more? So dilute Radiesse in one vial. Like, okay, so I don't know because I can't see your picture. You can take multiple vials or multiple syringes of it. It depends on what area of the face you did. So one syringe, if you like did it multiple spots, it could be too little. But in general, you probably are gonna, I tell patients, plan this 2 to 3 sessions is probably cool. One, you should see some change if they're not spreading it too thin. If you kind of spread it all over the face, I don't think you're going to see a ton, because you're kind of just putting a little bit everywhere. So I try to focus it on where is the concern and use the right amount. If you undertreat, you're not going to see it. But yeah, you might want to do more to get to your results. 6 weeks, you should be seeing some change though. But in general, I do tell my patients to plan for more than one session. Can I still do laser with filler? Yes, you can. Depends on the laser, depends on, you want to spread them out, not too close. You don't want to do it too fast together, so you don't want to put heat directly on your filler. Brandon, hey! Love you, hope you're doing great.
Hey,
okay,
hi.
Yes, we can talk. You can ask me any questions.
I wanted you to see me because I wanted to see what you thought about like the cheek filler, how much I would need for my cheeks, but I don't know if the camera works.
Let me see, can I invite to turn on camera? Okay. You can invite, I think it says in a minute I can ask you. Okay. No, I don't want to turn it off. Let me see. Is it work? Oh, there you are. Hi. Let me see if I can make it bigger so I can see your face. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Okay. Tell me now what you're saying.
Well, I want to get cheek filler, but I don't know how many you think I should ask her to get because it's like hollow here, but like when I smile, I feel like I have a little value.
Have you done any treatments before?
I had my lips and I had one syringe for my chin.
Okay. And then through the mid face, is this new that you're seeing volume loss? Like, have you lost weight? Have you changed weight recently?
I did. I lost about 40 pounds.
Okay. Are you still planning to lose more?
No.
Not going to lose any more. This is the weight. And then look straight here. And then do you retain water? Do you like get puffy through your mid face, around the eyes, anything?
Yeah, when I drink alcohol.
Okay, I would be careful with putting filler like too close to that like under eyes right here, because like you can see this under eye through this part on the cheek. These get a little close. You just want to be careful if you retain water to not have filler by there, or the filler is going to get puffy. So you have them keep it on your cheeks, not your eyes, and then it depends on what product they're using. So I would use Radiesse on you, and I would do 1 to 1.5 per side. So that's like 2 to 3 syringes, but I would very likely break that up over 2 sessions. Like maybe I start with 1 per side, and then I come see you back and then see if we should add more. That way it's not too much, but give it like 6 to 8 weeks in between.
Thank you for taking my call, and I really appreciate your advice. It means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah. Good luck with everything. Let me know how it goes. Bye. Bye. Okay. 20. I don't know how to go off.
Me either. I'm gonna leave and come back.
Okay. Bye. Okay. Let me see. I'm 22. Do you recommend filler? It depends on what your goals are and where you're thinking and what and why. All the things. So I mean, I'll have girls that will do their lips, their nose. Typically at 22, not a lot of volume loss, but right now a lot of people have lost a bunch of weight, with weight loss medications, and so sometimes we are like restoring volume a little bit sooner. Hey, Vivian.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. This is my first time using this. I'm not sure how to use the camera.
Okay, let me see.
Okay.
I invite them. I think it says invite to. Oh, thank you for sending the hearts. Okay, did it go?
No.
Invite them to turn it on in a minute. Okay.
It is. Oh,
it is?
Perfect. Yeah. Can you see me? Hi.
So pretty. How are you?
I'm good.
You're so pretty. Good. Great to see you.
Great. No, so I love your work, and I've had work done in the past as well. About a year ago, she did do cheek filler on me, but what I'm concerned with is like this right here, what's going on. I feel like I'm getting jowling. I've never done my master's. I just have a lot of fat on this side. Like this side, I would like it to be a lot slimmer, like this, and I probably do a little chin work. What do you
You've not done lower face anything?
Huh? No.
And then how old are you?
I'm 31. I'm turning 32.
Okay. Can I see you from this side?
Yeah.
You look so good. Can you turn turn your shoulders, and then let me see. Your chin position is pretty, and then the other. And then do you clench or grind your teeth?
She told me that I do. Like if I bite down, like
Mm-hmm.
this one is a lot stronger than this one.
You have any like pain or anything?
No pain, no.
No pain, no headaches, no tightness, nothing like, and your dentist is not saying you're grinding your teeth down.
I do grind, yeah, I do.
Okay, so to protect your teeth, primarily, I would say really consider Botox into the masseters. I have a lot of patients that'll be like, I broke my teeth. My dentist is saying I'm grinding my teeth, like all of that. And so you don't want to break your teeth because that's a whole nother thing. My husband's an oral surgeon, so I just hear about that. And that's a whole nother thing you don't want to do. So maybe try Botox here so that it doesn't feel, you say you don't feel tight, but yeah, it doesn't feel tight. You already don't get headaches. You don't get jaw pain. It may end up slimming the lower face here when this muscle is not like clenching down.
Mm-hmm.
So slimming, I would tell people to give it 2 months to like see the full effects of that. Okay. Some people, I had a patient the other day, she was like, I saw it in 1 week. I was like, what? So yeah, but in general, I say plan for 2 months for your face to like get a little slimmer. Other thing is your chin position, from what I saw, again, I'd have to like really see you in person and like see you fully in all the angles, but where I see this kind of dip, I think you could make it, if you wanted, like a little straighter. And so this is what I'll do with people is like put filler. I would do it in this like pre-jowl area. So it's like this area from like in front of the jowl. So from this chin to here, and it just makes it straighter. Let me see if I can show. I mean, so she is turning 50, but she is one that you can kind of see where when I open up, it'll be like straighter along here. So that's something to think about. But maybe first start with your Masseter Botox, mostly because you're going to get the benefit of the relaxing this muscle and protect your teeth. Okay. See where that, like give that a couple months, see where that lands you, and then reassess and then decide, hey, was that happy? Did that solve what I wanted? Or am I still trying to make my jawline look straighter?
Okay, awesome. Okay, thank you so much for the advice.
Yeah.
How can we go about booking a consultation with you? And where are you based in LA?
In LA, so in Mar Vista, and then in Torrance. Yeah. Okay. And then on my page, there you can either text the number and they can help you set it up, or there's like a link there and then you can book it through there. Okay. And you can like just send me pictures like, oh, we talked on live, like, whatever. We can keep talking through all the stuff and what to expect with everything.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
You're so if you think of anything, let me know.
I love your work.
Oh, I appreciate you. Yeah. I will talk to you soon. Have a good one.
Bye. Bye.
Okay.
How do we turn this off?
I don't even know. People just.
I think I have to exit and then I'll come back. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to see really quick if there's any. Oh, Yana had asked the difference between dilute radiesse and regular radiesse. So I'm going to answer this and then I've got to go run. And I will try to come on, I don't know, God willing, this weekend or whenever my husband can watch my kids. Dilute, so regular radiesse. Radiesse is a calcium-based filler, calcium hydroxylapatite. It mimics bone. I use it, look, I did it on Sujia's cheeks. I did it on her chin. I did it along her jawline. Wherever I want like structure, let me pull this bigger. So it gives the most structure, the most lift, I feel like, of any product that we have in the United States. And I'm not a speaker for any of these companies. I don't do that. I just know the products and I get the results. So you can see her cheeks look more up. Her jawline looks straighter here. That's Radiesse that I used. So calcium-based filler. It also makes new collagen. So it's a really thick product when I'm trying to go here. Now, dilute radiesse or hyper-dilute radiesse means we're kind of thinning it out and we're putting saline in there. Saline is like salt water, or lidocaine to thin it out. Wherever we place it, when we thin it out, so then it's like drippy, it's not so thick. Wherever we place it, it's going to make new collagen over time. So that's when people will notice improvements in skin texture. I'll put a picture up. I just have to look through my phone for it. Like I had one patient that came in. When she smiled, I don't have it, but she had like a lot of these lines like back here when she smiled. She didn't have that much fat in her face. And she smiled and she's like, I have all these lines. So for there, I don't need like a thick product, but I did the dilute Radiesse and it softened the line. I had a few patients that do that. Anyone that when they smile and they have a lot of these, not much fat in their face, it softened the lines over time. So it gets better over time. So that's a collagen stimulator. Okay, so hopefully that answered. How long does it last? So regular Radiesse, that product between 1 to 2 years. Dilute Radiesse, you're making new collagen. New collagen can last several years. So, but you will continue to age. Because somebody asked me earlier, is it permanent? Like, is collagen permanent? That's not permanent. Like, we're going to keep aging, and if you're getting a lot of sun, that's going to degrade your collagen. If you're having poor lifestyle habits, that's going to degrade your collagen like faster. Smoking, all those things. I have got to go, but I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. If you think of anything, call me, text me. The number's on the page. You can schedule a consult through there. 3 offices. Los Angeles has 2. Mar Vista, Torrance, and then Vegas. I'm going to Vegas on Monday and seeing patients there. So I think I have 1 more spot in Vegas. So if you want to come to Vegas, let me know. I see patients in all the offices, and also my whole team see patients in all the offices. Rayleigh, I have to go just to get my kid. But you can text me, or when I jump on later, we can do it. But or even send me a DM and ask me your questions, or just text me your number and text me your pictures, and then I'll answer. But I do want to make sure that I can help you out. Okay. I don't know anybody in New York. I was really trying to get my New York license. And I that was like a couple years ago, because I have so many patients from there, and I just paused like halfway through. So I'll work on that. Do they do walk-ins? We don't really do walk-ins because we want, like, I spend a lot of time with these patients. Like, I'm going through questions. You see, even on the consults, I'm asking like 100 questions. So we don't really do walk-ins. We want to make sure you're like prepped for the appointment and you've done your part before we start. You know, all the things. You're not going to be on blood thinners, alcohol. You don't have any major events going on. But I'm sorry, guys. I got to go. I will talk to you soon. I hope you guys have a great night. God bless you. Seriously, you can text me the questions. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.